Martin Luther was a man of God who believed that just because he put a piece of paper on a wall that all Christians would become more connected with God. He has major problems with authority and has a raging anti-Semitism problem. Martin Luther was quoted saying Jews' homes should all be destroyed, their synagogues burned, and their money confiscated. Plus, he also had a sevenfold solution to what he called the Jewish problem. What other world leader does that sound like to you? Alright, Adolf Hitler, who had the same hate and slaughtered millions of innocent Jews. But the sad thing is, Martin Luther isn't even as good of a leader as Adolf was. I mean, Hitler undeniably transformed his country into a military powerhouse, while Luther tore his country apart and sparked an unnecessary bloody revolution in his proudest achievement. So I guess I'd rather be compared to Hitler than this piece of trash called Martin Luther. After the 95 Theses was posted and Luther broke away from the Catholic Church, many other scholars in the area revolted against the Church, and this became known as the German Peasants' War. While it would be assumed that he would take the side of his revolutionaries, Luther criticized both sides of the feud and actually even went as far as to say the revolutionaries deserved to be executed, even though they were only fighting because of him. Sorry, but not everyone can just conjure up a buttload of wealth out of thin air, but Luther tried to gain popularity from the nobles by writing a work that he originally titled Against the Rioting Peasants, but published it as The Admonition to Peace, and the book called for the revolting peasants to be slaughtered. His peasants, his people. What leader does that? Obviously not me. And guess what happened? He got his way, and 100,000 to 300,000 peasants were slaughtered on Luther's demand. Their blood was on his hands, and I guess since he was a pathological liar, it made sense that he was quoted saying lying wouldn't offend God. Okay, bud. Luther was a confused man at best. He had published many Catholic works while he was advocating a split from the Catholic Church. He was a good leader. What good leader can't make up his own mind? I, on the other hand, had plans for my country, and I stuck to them, leading my nation to be one of the most powerful of its time. Can Martin Luther say the same? Martin Luther's eventual conclusion was that he was not good enough man to approach God. He said that his own name reminded him of a bag of maggots. Okay, at least he was right about one thing. I signed the Edict of Nantes in 1589 to end the religious war that Luther started. He said that people needed to have grace, yet killed hundreds of thousands of people, the majority of them being defenseless peasants. He told people to keep the Christian faith, yet told people to ignore the advice of the Pope. Again, make up your own mind. And can someone please point me to a group of people who actually followed Martin Luther's leadership? Oh wait, you can't, because they all died fighting his battle, either in the German Peasants' War or the 30 Years' War, when the Lutherans took on the Catholics because of Martin Luther. And guess how many people died in that? Alright, 8 million. The blood is still on your hands.